Hey guys, it's Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Variable Barricade, finishing Ichiya's route today. So, we've gotten his good ending, we're going to get his other endings. We're starting here in our save file, well, it says save file 3, but whatever, the save file for our normal end. So, woo! Thought for a moment and said, if I could figure out how to use my controller today, that would be fantastic. Okay, well anyway, it does concern me, yes. Reason up. I suppose it would be a lie if I said that it didn't concern me at least a little bit. But if you hadn't done anything, she would have simply created a different problem later. Overall, I'd say you had little choice in the matter. At least that was how I tried to justify it. She'd presented an issue even Kazu couldn't handle, and despite Ichiya's failure, there was no guarantee they would have found a better solution. Looking at it that way, Kazu's compliment may have hurt Ichiya, but I had to believe he honestly meant it as praise. It's just really kind of funny when she says, Ichiya's failure. You know, in light of what that bitch was trying to do to him, this is poor choice of words. I get it, he was trying to help his brother and he kind of failed at that, and then that girl did that shit. But like, it's just when you say it like that after what happened, you're like, you know. Anyway. Relying on others, last chance. We can skip these. Okay. Music, I'm like, that's solemn, like, and okay, wow. I keep forgetting to do fucking laundry. I only remember when I'm sitting here and like my laundry room's to my left, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, right, I was gonna fucking do more laundry today. Shit. Anyway. Yeah, so. I think that's the only thing that kinda is tiring. A little tired. Anyway, about like doing the bad endings and the normal ends, you just have to go through this a lot. So, you know. Did my fucking volume back up and bring in my unacceptable compromise. This chapter's still funny. Not as funny as the car chase, but still goddamn funny that he's like, you can be her lover, she'll be my husband, and like, whatever, if you guys have kids, it's cool. What? I mean, okay. I'm not opposed to the idea 100%. There's got like a 25% chance of me getting on board with that. I mean, do you think you have a chance? I always expect the fucking mount, like the joystick to work, and it's not. I don't. Do you think you have a chance? I knew that was hardly a tactful way of putting it, but this whole predicament made me anxious. I hadn't come close to sorting out my feelings, and now so much was riding on the direction of our relationship. The pressure was nearly unbearable. I can't say for sure, no. But I'm trying. Wait. I can't say for sure, no. But I'm not going to back down before I try. Despite my harsh wording, Ichiya still accepted my words for what they were and gave an honest answer. After that, the only thing left I could say was, okay, then I'll believe you. I'm sorry, I am not young. Okay, I got here. Anyway, sorry. I initially think I woke up before 7, probably. Like, you know what I mean? And I was like, oh, okay, I have to pee. Hold on. I can tell you're enthusiastic. Fences! Ah! I can tell you're enthusiastic. It was a nice presentation of how you feel. Stiff. You doing that interview thing again, babe? Hey! That's the best answer I could give right now, I'll have you know. Still, that was definitely a compliment, Ichiya. Just one more push and I'm sure Spacey will fall for you. Probably. Maybe? Thanks, Nayota. You know, I have to say this is the first time your encouragement has actually felt reassuring. I appreciate it. Uh-oh. Ichiya's been infected by Nayota's insanity. I mean, his extreme optimism. Ichiya, fight it off. Don't go into the light. Don't go into the light. And it's so pretty. I quietly looked away from the boisterous conversation, feeling extremely awkward. No, but I like woke up early to pee, whatever, go back in bed, and then I'm like, I can't sleep, and then I'm like, it's probably almost time to get up, and then I'm like, but whatever, and then all of a sudden, the frickin' construction vehicles outside started, and I was like, but it was like a low rumble, and I'm like, oh, okay, you know what? This ain't terrible. Okay, it's fine. And then all of a sudden, they started with whatever fucking machine they have that needs to be fucking greased or oiled, because it sounds like, hold on a hot second. Someone rang my fucking doorbell. I'm not expecting packages. I have no idea what's going on. Okay, well, anyway, that was bizarre. So, I, decide, I'm like, well, let me just go walk because I'm upstairs. I'm like, let me peek out my window upstairs and just see if that's, FedEx or something like that. And then I see this guy with an ASPCA vest on walking across the street. And I'm like, he didn't really give me much time, because, I wouldn't have gotten to the door at that point. So I was like, what the hell? Anyway, you could have a point. Yeah, I have no idea. So he went across the street, and I couldn't hear. I opened my window to eavesdrop, and I couldn't hear what he was saying. It wasn't like, oh, is he asking for money or anything? He was talking to the guy for a minute, and then so I'm like, I have no idea what was. I'm like, okay, I don't know. You could have a point, yes. Just trying to listen to all the new things he comes up with drains me. I've barely any energy left to sort out my feelings afterward. Not that I thought Ichio was shoveling his feelings onto me, but his throw everything at the wall approach was undeniably wearing me out. I expect he's starting to panic, which is all too like him, I'm afraid. Azu sighed heavily. I could see that he was speaking not as a rival, but as Ichio's brother. Yeah, so I don't know, buddy, but because I heard him, is that my doorbell? What the? Oh? And usually the birds freak the fuck out when there's a doorbell, but I was like, all right. So I'm like, huh? But then stop the recording. Gotta go. And then he was already across the street. So I'm like, well, I don't know what you want to do, but you didn't stay for long. Anyway. Time limit? Oh. That was that. And then I thought, well, maybe he's leaving something on the door and then ringing the doorbell. You know what I mean? Because yeah, Monday, I'm sitting there and I hear something rattling at my door. I'm like, the hell? I'm like, somebody must be leaving something, right? So I'm like, all right, so I wasn't paying attention, whatever. And then, 10 minutes later or whatever, I'm like, let me go look. And they had put they were putting little plastic baggy kind of things on the door with paper inside because oh, hi! Because we're sitting on the construction, they're gonna start blasting. Fucking Mary Poppins up in here. I'm not even kidding. Have you seen Mary Poppins? You know the crazy old dude who's like, oh, it's time! And he blasts his fucking cannons. That's what it fucking feels like. Constantly in here. They don't do it constantly, but you don't know when it's coming, and all of a sudden it's this big bang and things shake, and you're like, Jesus fucking Christ, gives me a heart attack. The bird freaks out, and I'm like, we're gonna fucking end up dead of a heart attack because of this fucking blasting that's going on in the back. And I'm like, oh dear God. And a couple of times yesterday it was small and you're like, oh, okay, that's freaky. And then one time it was it was 3 times the fucking and you're like, what are you doing? Do you know what? I don't care. If you have to do 70,000 teeny tiny little ones, that's what you do. Because that one, fucking shit's gonna fall off my goddamn walls. My house is gonna collapse, you assholes. Yeah, why me? Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, they're going to be doing this for weeks, but at least they're not doing it at 7 a.m. when I have to listen to. God damn, oh my God. Did that hurt? Yeah. That's what I have to fucking deal with at 7 a.m. and they turn on their goddamn fucking machines. Sounds like 2 Transformers having really, really creaky, disgusting sex. It's awful. It's god awful. It's metal shrieking on metal, and it's oil your fucking shit. I don't know what it is, but it's driving me bonkers. Anyway, let it slide. Oh. I didn't want to ruin the atmosphere with an ill-timed joke. I let his remarks slide and changed the subject. It feels like forever since we last had a regular conversation like this. Yeah, I've mostly been flailing uselessly at you and making you feel super awkward of late. It's alright. I didn't say it bothered me. It didn't. Really. He'd been trying his best, that's all. Trying for me. I knew that all too well. That's why I couldn't tell him to stop, no matter how awkward it was or how tired it made me. Oh. Got a quick flash. Oh! We got a quick flash of sad Ichia, and then we got the crying face, and The crying face. I love the crying face. Jesus Christ. I got problems. This game gave me a couple. Okay. Anyway, but yeah, so. I'm just trying to think of things to fill in the time. I do have updates for you, but I'm probably gonna wait till the end because otherwise we're gonna get interrupted and then I'm gonna forget what I was saying. Because that happens a lot. It'll be like, oh wait, hold on. Wait, what was I saying? Anyway, I mean, I feel like I do that sometimes and I start to say something. Oh wait, and then I forget, and then like 2 days later, I'm like, oh, I was in the middle of saying this in a video, right? And I never finished that saying. You guys are used to that shit by now. Like, you were saying, you were in the middle of this, and it was just so intense, and then, like, the story, and then you just left us hanging, because I forgot. It's never anything that important, but still is, you know what I mean? You're like, oh my god, so the other day it was really funny. I was at the store, oh wait, hold on, blah, 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 and then I never finished the story. Oh, ow. In my fucking head. Oh, thanks, it's my brain tumor acting up. Good god. Oh. Maybe by the time this goes up, I'll actually know what the fuck is wrong with me. Probably not, but without you, I... Okay. Do 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 do. Another N4. This one's titled "Settling Down is Not So Bad." Settling is not so bad. Are we settling? I don't think we'd be settling for Ichia. This is supposed to just be the normal end, not like fucking car chase. Fucking absurd. Fucking ridiculous. I kind of feel like they had to know. Like, I feel like Kasuga might not have expected this, like him threatening to jump off a cliff, but I think he expected the car chase because the streets are closed down from a parade, and how would Ichia have... You know what I mean? I feel like, all right, so here's the thing. You're going to come, you're going to grab her, you're going to go, and then we'll, like, chase you. Whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Maybe he didn't expect his car to run out of gas, but... Maybe we should calm down! I scrolled up too far. Yeah, there we go. Oh, we're probably done skipping, but we'll see. Well, wait, maybe we should take a moment and calm down first, please? This was not the time or the place for this discussion. I spoke soothingly, trying to get him to relax. I understand how you feel. Trust me, I do. But first, why don't we go back to where everyone's waiting for us? We can talk there. No, I refuse! And tell me your answer here or nowhere at all! Okay. Now he starts breaking down. So. But yeah, by the time this goes up, I should have at least seen a neurologist. So we'll see if they have any answers or if I have to wait and do a sleep study. And then if I do, the sleep study's not until mid-November, so that's fun. I mean, it should be fun. Like, woohoo, I don't have to go into work. I get to work from home. But I wanted to wear my Halloween clothes. And, like, now it's like, so... God, I have a Christmas wardrobe. But, like, the fuck? I have so many cool Halloween clothes. And I'm so excited to wear them last year. I was like, I don't want to go back to work, but at least I get to wear my Halloween clothes. And then it was like, no, we're not going back into the office yet. And I was like, man, slightly disappointed. And now this year I'm like, I get to wear my Halloween clothes. And then my brain's like, haha, fuck you. I don't think so, bitch. What the fuck? Rude, brain. You could have done this, like, earlier in the year or next year. Why now? Paralyzed by shock, I couldn't move. Slowly, dreadfully, Ichia started to take that final step backwards. But just then... Ichia! Oh my god, what are you doing? Taiga and the others made their move, dashing forward to grab Ichia by his arms. No! Let me go! I'm gonna die and etch myself on Spacey's soul until the end of time! Being Ichia is fun. Oof! Right, you're heavy. Literally and figuratively. He's gone completely mad. I moved nervously, unable to stay still as I watched the others drag a kicking, flailing Ichia upwards. Kasuga took my arm and gently pulled me away. Then he said one name. Mr. Yagami. Roger! Ah! Ah! Nayuta uses ridiculous strength to yank Ichiya clear away from the edge of the cliff. Well, more accurately, Nayuta tossed Ichiya from the edge of the cliff. Ichiya landed in an undignified pile. He didn't bother to stand up. He simply lay there sobbing. That's how we like him, laying there sobbing. Wasn't able to prove my feelings to Spacey, even after all of that. Everyone else rolled their eyes and looked down at him, thoroughly exasperated. Everyone except me. I looked at him as another feeling welled up inside me. Someone who just can't live without me. I honestly don't think there's a single person in the world who would say that to me. Right, I can't live without Kasuga, but Kasuga could absolutely live without me. Just sad, but that's okay. Sometimes somebody else is pathetic, like Ichiya is for you, and sometimes you're the pathetic one, like I am for Kasuga. It's just whatever, it's fine. All the insane things he'd done and said to bring me here, his pathetic sobbing form on the ground. He'd done it all for me. That thought made me regard him in a new, decidedly more precious light. Must protect him. I need to stay with him and keep him safe. Always. Okay, see, we've snapped a little, but that's fine. I didn't have much choice. Besides, I don't want him dying on me. I walked up to Ichiya and took his hands, pulling him up to his feet. He sniffled, shoulders hunched, and looked at me with uneasy eyes. Say, Ichiya, you're happy as long as I'm with you, right? Yeah, right. As long as you're there by my side, I can deal with anything at all. I don't care what excuse it takes. I didn't doubt he was telling the truth. All that was left was for me to accept my fate. All right, then leave the rest to me. Huh? Ichiya looked at me through his teary eyes, clearly baffled. I gave him a gentle smile. Don't worry, everything will be all right. I'll protect you, no matter how things wind up in the end. I'll keep you safe. December 24th, Christmas Eve. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to introduce the heir of the Shinzaki group, Kazuya Shinzaki. And the young lady you all know well, the heir of the Tojo family, Miss Spacey Tojo. Oh my god, wait, are we gonna marry Kazuya and have Ichiya as our frickin' lover? Oh my god, I'm kinda concerned. What is that? This is settling down is not so bad. Settling, we're settling. Oh, but take the offer? Okay, I'm not, okay, wait. I feel like that shouldn't be the normal end, because that ain't very normal, but I get it. It's the not bad, but it's also not good end. It's the kind of like, it's there end, which I'm okay with, because, sometimes those bad endings come up, and you're like, we've had a few. Shuraishi's ending in Color X Malice, that one was like, you're like, everything is wrong about this, but I like it so much. Fucking Nicola's ending, like, freaking Pio Fiore, like, one of those bad endings, you were like, this is kind of hot, though. I don't hate this. Like, one of Dante's endings was like, I hate this, but I also don't. That one made me question a lot of myself. But there's some of those bad endings where you're like, I like this. This is so wrong. It's just like, it's that the darkness that's like, just not like, this is awful, they died on me. You're like, I don't care if I'm like locked up in a room wearing beautiful gowns that Nicola rips off me. Spoiler, I guess. I mean, like, so you're like, some of these, you're like, okay. This would be one of those where it's like, not the best ending, but like, then I marry Kazuya, but then I'm lovers with Ichiya. I mean, okay, alright. That could be one of those quote-unquote bad endings where you're like, alright. Yeah, I like it. What was... Oh, it was one of the bad endings in Olympia Soiree, too. You were like, this is... I don't like it, but I don't hate it either. The hell? Like, sometimes they're just good. And sometimes you're like, why? Why did you make me read this game? I hate being a completionist. This sucks. You suck. And other ones you're like, yeah, I mean... Alright. Anyway. As you were informed prior to this event, these two have a very special announcement for you all tonight. In order to bridge the gap between the Tojo and Shinzaki families and bring them together as one, they hereby officially announce their engagement. Oh my god, this is that ending. I don't hate it. I kind of like it. It's an honor, Spacey. I'm very much looking forward to building a partnership together with you. Thank you, as am I. Kazuya, Shinzaki, and I exchanged quiet pleasantries. Then began the flurry of well wishes, handshakes, and camera flashes. I plastered a smile on my face as I weathered them all. Oh my god, I love this. As the well-wishers and journalists finally started leaving, a group of familiar faces stepped forward. Spacey, are you sure about this? Like, Shion's like, yeah, I'm totally down to snatch the mic from that MC. Then you can shout your true feelings to the world right here now. I mean, maybe stuff will still work out. Thank you, but it's alright. In the end, this was the best course for our love. If you say so. Kasuga's like, the fuck? Kasuga's like, I have to third wheel now? Bad enough I had to share her with whatever fucking douchebag she married as her husband, and now she's got a douchebag as a husband, and frickin' sad sack as a lover, and now I'm just like, what, the third wheel? Jesus. You will always be number one in my heart, Kasuga, okay? Even if I have to get married to someone else, you were always number one. Don't even. Spacey, we best get going. We have to greet our guests. Of course. All right, everyone. I'm afraid I have to go. See ya. They looked like they still had plenty to say to me, but Kazuya and I turned our backs on them and walked away. A lot's happened, but, well, let's just say it's water under the bridge and do our best to make things work, okay? We have a new life to build together. Yes, thank you very much for having me, Kazuya. Our engagement announcement was the big story on the news that evening. The Tojo family and Shinzaki Group alliance is now solidified, the newscaster said. Both companies have turned their eyes to the overseas expansion. Analysts predict a bright future, the headlines proclaimed. Not that any of them knew the truth. Their primary concern was the promising future of our family's businesses. Are you sure this was for the best? Why wouldn't it be? Oh my god. Ichiya in a fucking, like, coat and turtleneck is, like, fucking hot. Stop it. And, like, look at us. We are, like, we're rocking that fucking, like, James Bond fucking shady woman on the street. Like, oh, yes, Mr. I'm secretly working for the bad guy kind of bullshit. Like, what? That is, like, some villainess level shit going on here. And I'm here for it. All of this. This is, like, second best CG, because nothing's gonna top him bawling his eyes out. I changed and came down to the living room. I'd changed and come down to the living room to find Ichiya staring at his phone with a conflicted look on his face. I hooked my arms around him from behind and peeked at the screen. Are you still looking through all the news reports? Yeah, it's just, weighing on my mind. Because your lover just got engaged to another man? Right. Thinking about it, I guess I really am, your paramour now. I just can't help dwelling on it. Ichiya gave me a pained smile. I sighed. Trust me, were it possible, I'd marry you instead. But unfortunately for us, the world ran on cold, rigid traditions. I mean, obviously we saw that that's bullshit, but, like, I actually don't hate this ending! Ichiya and I had realized our feelings for each other, but only on the day before Christmas Eve. Far too late. Word of my engagement to Kazuya had leaked ahead of the announcement, and rumors spread like wildfire. After that, he and I had little choice but to make the rumors official. Even Kazuya looked a little guilty as the Christmas Eve party started to wind down. Hey, is Ichiya doing alright? Why wouldn't he be? Well, we did just get engaged, and I got word that the two of you did finally affirm that your feelings for each other are mutual. Kazuya's words were hesitant, but his eyes spoke for him. Are you really going to take Ichiya as your lover? That's what he actually wanted to ask. Far too late to worry about any of that. Besides, you were the one who suggested I take him as a paramour in the first place. Yes, I did, but... He's like, I did, but now I actually have to share you with him? Yeah. Substance over appearance. That's basically what matters in the end, right? Kazuya, I'm the Tojo heir. I made the best possible choice for the family. You understand what I mean, right? He should have known as well as anyone. I said the same thing to Ichiya before, but You're very wise for your years. You understand your social position, your duty, and what's expected of you. I think if anyone can understand my business plan from my intended viewpoint, it's you. When he was in douche mode. And like then he actually kind of has redeeming qualities at the end, and now he's like, "Are you just? Are we? Like? I mean, I threw this out there, and I was being an asshole, but like now I'm like questioning it. And it's like too late now, motherfucker. You laid this plate out, and you had redeeming qualities at the very end of Ichiya's route, where you're like, you're not actually a bad guy, huh? So like now I'm okay with this." In fact, you were the one who expected me to act beyond my years from the start. That is very true. You're right. I'm sorry. Don't apologize, Spacey. Just as you want me for my Tojo name, I want you, Kazuya Shinzaki, for the profitable partnership your name affords my family. That's all I expect from you. And if you're confident you can live up to my expectations, why would you bother apologizing? Yes, you're absolutely right. I guess that when push comes to shove, women always have been better at steeling themselves against life's curveballs. Life's curveballs is not an easy word. Just life's curveballs. Why does that sound wrong? Like, it's so not easy to say. It doesn't roll off your tongue naturally because it sounds so fucking wrong. Anyway, thanks. This was an enlightening talk. Now, I'll go ahead and admit that I didn't exactly take the short, easy road to get to this point. True. But I think everything worked out for the best. I have to say, you're more attractive to me now than you've ever been. Oh? What do you mean by that? Oh, as a business partner. Of course. Yeah, oh no, we're going, we got a husband, we got a lover, and we got a sexy fucking butler. I'm just saying, we hit the trifecta. I'm okay with this. And then, when we go home, we also have fucking Taiga Shion and frickin' Nayuta, so like, the man harem is growing in this game alone. We won't ever be bound by love, no, but in a sense, we'll be family twice over. Kazuya smiled at me, a mischievous glint in his eye. He smiled and nodded. Can you just imagine their children, though? Okay, so she's gonna have children with Ichiya, right? And they're gonna think that Kazuya is their dad. For all intents and purposes, everyone's gonna be like, oh, okay, yeah, right? And they're gonna grow up and like, Uncle Ichiya, who's banging your mom. And then you're gonna grow up one day and find out that, like, oh, Uncle Ichiya, Mom, what are you doing? What do you mean he's my dad? Oh my god. I want that. I mean, that's basically what's going to happen. They're going to be, like, traumatized. Oh my god. He and I would be joined by marriage, becoming husband and wife according to law. But the man I had truly chosen as my life partner was Ichiya. Given that Kazuya and Ichiya were twins, Kazuya could be considered my brother-in-law. Either way, we were family. You're a husband/brother-in-law. Great. Oh, well, if anything comes up, I'll be happy to lend an ear. You already know I'm a champ at giving advice. Even romantic advice? Oh, definitely. And that's my area of expertise. We smiled and chuckled together. We were family, we were co-conspirators, and we were bent on protecting the same thing. Ichiya was precious to Kazuya and I, albeit in different ways. Anyway, I'd best be going. Make sure you take care of him for me, all right? So, like, when we move in together, are we going to be like, it's going to be weird? They're like, oh my god, your brother lives with you? Yeah, it's fine. He cooks for us. He's like our personal chef. It's sweet, actually. And then meanwhile, you're having sex on the kitchen counter. Like, this is, like, so fun. I just want to know how this is going to work. I just want to see this on an anime. I just want this. I just want to know. I just want to keep going. I just want this to start here and continue with the story. I will. You can count on it. I love it. And I love this CG. Are you not happy with being a paramour? I think anyone would be a little hesitant about the role. I mean, I did completely blow up at Kazuya when he first suggested it. It's just, not the kind of arrangement decent people have, I guess. I admit I feel guilty about it, and I feel like this is what rich people do, so yeah, maybe not decent, but Heck, I'm surprised you're so indifferent to the whole thing. It isn't as if we could really change anything. Putting up a resistance would be as useful as throwing a tantrum. Well, yeah, but... Ichiya looked down at his shoes. God, I'm so pathetic. At the end of the day, I couldn't do a single thing for you. And that's why we got stuck in this situation. Are you really that bothered by it? After you said you'd rather die than live without me? Or were you lying about that? No, I wasn't. That was the truth. Right? I'll take this over being separate. separated for the rest of our lives. Besides, I'll get to spend the majority of my time with the person I love. You. By changing my point of view, I was able to reach a compromise with myself. Fortunately, Kazuya was understanding of our situation and completely supported us. The word paramour generally carried the air of dark secrets. I mean, that's how we're dressed. Like we're carrying the fucking air of dark secrets up in here. Of moonlit trysts and adultery. Kind of technically what's happening. That wasn't the case with us. As long as we simply kept up appearances in public, we were free to spend our time together however we liked. And the more I think about it, and the more it feels like he's your side piece, not me. Oh, now there's an idea. Why not simply remind yourself about that fact and accept it for what it is? I smiled at him and quickly changed the subject. Anyway, where do you want to go on our date today? Oh, and do you think this disguise will work for me? Yeah, I think that should be fine. Hey, we're not movie stars trying to sneak past the paparazzi. You don't have to go that far. Better safe than sorry. You never know who's watching. If our relationship somehow became news, it would make things far more complicated than they needed to be. To prevent any chance of being outed, I decided to make a habit of donning a disguise every time Ichi and I wanted to go out together. I have a whole closet full of wigs. Too bad that we'll never be able to go on a normal date. But this is kind of fun in its own, right? Having to dress up for secret life makes me feel mature. I smiled at Ichi and showed off my disguise. He said, "You've gotten really strong, Spacey." He looked at me, clear adoration shining in his eyes. I'd had lots of lessons about being realistic. Anyway, it's not as if I could spend my whole life chasing my dreams, no matter how sweet they seemed. Well then, we'll put together a perfect date plan that your mature, realistic self is sure to love. I look forward to it. I know this isn't our dream relationship, but let's both live our lives together as best we can, alright? Of course. No matter what form our relationship takes, the fact that you're mine... No. The fact I'm yours now makes me happier than anything in the world. I know. I hope you'll continue to escort me like your life depends on it. I'd prefer that you kept living. I will. I'll keep loving you with every last ounce of my being so that you'll never think of leaving me. With that, Ichi laughed. It was a clear, happy laugh. The shadow that had been plaguing him earlier was gone. I guess this means you're literally the love of my life now. You know, looking at our relationship in that light makes things sit a lot easier for me. Both of us had said to heck with it and built an unorthodox relationship only we understood. But our strange bond made us happy. Ichi is part of my life. That's all I need. I love this. There was no guarantee that our relationship wouldn't blow up into a 3-ring media circus someday, but I was sure we'd overcome any trial together. Thanks to that steadfast love, we still smile whenever we're in each other's company. I love it. I love it. Normal. I'm so actually glad that it's the normal end, because you're like, that is some fucked up normal ending, but I'm okay with it. I think it was this one. So now we're going into our bad end. You're getting ahead of yourself. I think you're getting ahead of yourself. Nothing has been decided yet. True, but I believe being able to picture it happening is an important step to making the vision become real. It isn't as if I haven't thought about the matter. That's why I'm living together with you all. He was leaning so close I felt his breath on my cheek. I didn't know if I could keep my voice steady. But I wasn't going to back down. I gathered my courage and put one word in front of the other. Maybe. But right now what I want to do is see who you really are, in your entirety. Then I'll think on it. That's all. My courage drained and my eyes dropped. For a long moment, Ichi said nothing. And then I guess I'll just have to give you more opportunities to see the real me. Smiling, he finally straightened up and stepped back from me. Okay. Oh, stealing our first kiss, Ichi slaps. I slapped him so hard I snapped his neck, and then he died. The end. I mean, we're still on the first board. Inappropriate reactions. No choices here. Oh my god, we have to go through, like, basically the whole thing. Oh, and then the merry end is when we pick out that one straight up. Alright, so. We have to go through the whole motherfucking game. We're going to be here forever. That's the only thing about the bad endings. And, well, I mean, okay, so I like the board, and I kind of like the way they did it, but the only problem with it is there's no way to, like, you just have to skip through. Thank God the skipping goes fast, but it does take a long time to get through it, you know what I mean? Especially when you go back this far, and then you gotta skip through the whole fucking game, you know? This is like hours upon hours of skipping. Well, we're skipping hours upon hours of stuff, but we get to see Ichigo crying again. Oh, yep, there he is. Are you gonna run away, baby? I'm just kidding. How awful are we to him right now? Are you gonna cry? Are you gonna run away then? My voice had a cold edge to it, which caused Ichigo to flinch. I don't know what happened in your past. I don't know what has you so frightened now, but if you keep running away because something doesn't turn out the way you want, eventually you won't have anywhere else left to go. I think his ideal woman would be the one who would show him the gentle love he wanted, whenever he got frightened or whenever he failed at something. That wasn't a role I could fill. Personally, I like the kind of person who doesn't run away, the kind of person who keeps on trying, even when doing so looks pathetic and uncool. Spacey, if you still want to huddle there and bawl into your bedsheets, go right ahead. It's your choice. I won't say anything. I don't want to go anywhere. I want to stay here with you. One last tear dripped from Ichigo's cheek, but that was the end. He finally stopped crying. Well, that's sad. Why did you make him stop crying? We like it when he cries. Wait, what? I mean, okay. So. Wait. Yep. So, basically, I absolutely love the normal ending. I really do. Or, like, we marry Kazuya and we get Ichi on the side. Like, that is great. It's definitely not the best ending. You know what I mean? Yes, I want a man harem. But it's still kind of like, after you go through all of Ichigo's route, you're like, I kind of, poor freaking Ichigo. I just feel so bad for him, and he's just a side piece. Aww. But, like, there's something about it. I guess, do we have to read, is this a new Wiss message? Here's hoping for a request. Wait, what? Take it easy. Wait, here's hoping for good news. Wait, no, that's not the one I chose. Oh, it is. Okay, by accident. It says a request via Wiss. That's why I thought it was going to be different, but anyway. Thanks for getting in touch. Good luck on your date with Mr. Tryhard Boyfriend. I hope you do get to hear about his past. I do too. But I can't say that I'm all that sure I will. Have a little faith in him. If it does work out, we'll have a little celebration for you. Thanks, I'll keep my hopes up. Good. I will too, for you and Mr. Tryhard. Him? Hopes for what? Good question. I think we've already read all that. You know what? I'm just going to skip it because we've read this. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, we read that, so there's really no... Oh, okay. That's what it is. This is a request via Wiss. Like, the message still pops up and I'm like, but it doesn't say that in the guide because the guide's thinking, keep running away because something doesn't turn out the way you want. Eventually you won't have anywhere else left to go. Personally, I like the kind of person who doesn't run away. The kind of person who keeps on trying, even when doing so looks pathetic and uncool. Okay, so that was the flashback. It's funny because it does say no choices underneath it, so like I'm stupid and I don't know how to read it. But it was just because then a Wiss message popped up and I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, and whatever. I guess we can skip them if the Wiss messages pop up because they're basically the ones that we've already read. The shocking truth. But yeah, I mean, I want my man harem, don't get me wrong, but for some reason, like, I think I like the happy ending better, you know what I mean? And, like, I think I like the happy endings better even when we get those bad endings that are, like, oh, you're like, oh, what's wrong with me? But, like, as a normal end, I don't know. Anyway, I have my doubts. Are you being evasive because you think that as long as you weasel away from the question, you can keep putting it off until eventually I forget? What? No, I didn't mean anything like... I'm sorry to put it in such a harsh way, but I have to. This is a serious decision for me, and I want to give it a serious thought. I need to know, Ichigo. Will you understand at least that much? Please? Ichia's eyes grew wide and frightened like a terrified little animal. I tried to ease my tone a little so I wouldn't scare him away completely. Oh, all right. If you need to know it in order to choose me, then I won't run away. I will tell you sometime. I promise. Ichia shook his head as if to shake off the fear, and then looked me in the eyes. He made his vow. So, like... But this is definitely... Because it's weird, because, like, normally you have the good endings. Like, you have the normal endings, and you're like, oh, okay, it's just, like, we're not quite there in our relationship yet, but we're gonna get there type of thing, and this is, like, this is it. Yeah, he ain't getting through that shit. Enough already! My shout made both of them start in surprise. That expression. Now they look identical. A thought flitted across my mind, but I quickly let it pass as I glared at the twins. Will one of you please tell me what this is about? I have no idea what's going on. Don't sit there in your own little dramatic twin universe. Explain things to me. Now. Right. I'm sorry, Spacey. Basically, what I'm saying is... Hold it! Huh? Kazu, it isn't fair of you to bulldoze your way through this discussion and force your points on the other person without giving them a chance to breathe. Anyway, until I have a full and thorough explanation from somebody, I'm taking no sides in this debate. Both of you need to calm down. I'd like time to get my thoughts in order too. Nietzsche is like, she yelled at me. I love it. Okay, well, a lot of these should be mostly skippable because there's no choices in any of these short little ones, but anyway, so yeah, usually that would be like a bad ending because like the good endings are always, well, okay, not the good endings, the normal endings, you know, the not best endings. So in this case, the normal endings are usually like, oh, okay, well, we're not there in a relationship, but we'll get there, I guess. You know what I mean? Like they don't end like awful and married up to someone else. And this one is like, wow, you kind of just went there, didn't you? Like, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I can't believe the game, like, presented that as an option, and you're like, well. And then it gives it to you. Shit! Alright. Damn, game! You know, more games could learn a thing or two from this, because I'm just saying. She looked in my eyes when I bawled like a baby in front of her. Ichia, come on. Why did we have to read that one line? Anyway. You know, it's just because this game presented you with this, hey, you can have your cake and eat it too, basically. You can get married to Kazuya and have Ichi on the side. And we get to keep Kasuga too, right? He would never leave us, so cool. And then we get that. And every other game is presenting us like, look, here's your veritable man harem. Do you see this? You can pick one. Fuck you, game. You give me a man harem and you tell me I can only take one. And this one's like, here, ha ha ha. Look at this. Marry Kazuya and keep Ichi as a lover. Oh, but wait. We're going to give you that. Hey, you know, I'm just saying I like it. It's not even a bad end. I think that's the part that frickin' gets me. Because, like, most of the time, like, again, the normal endings aren't bad. They're like, oh, okay, yeah, cool, sure, fine. We're doing fine, and, like, well, you know, we're just starting, our relationship isn't there. We're not ready to get married, but yeah, I choose them, and then eventually we'll get engaged, type of a thing, and, like, we'll get there. It's almost like the best ending is just a little ways out. You know what I mean? And this one is just, it completely fucking takes you for a loop. You know? Oh god, we've gotten here already? Wow. We skipped through a lot of things and I didn't even realize. But anyway. I'm shocked is all I'm saying. Like. Because we still got Ichia, and we'll never get married, you know what I mean? All the other ones, it's like, you know. Anyway, he seemed observant. He seemed very observant to me. I'm the one living with you, yet he quickly understood all of you well enough to give me solid advice on how to interact with you. Unsurprising. He's always been like that. He can build a profile of anyone with the bare minimum of information. I bet he knew precisely who you were and the kind of stuff you like to do within the first day of meeting you. And that's just the way he is. Yeah, but I just wasn't expecting that to be the normal ending. Like, shit. I'm just stuck on it, because it's like, damn. Plus, what are we going to talk about, honestly, right now? While we're skipping through. As long as he doesn't dress like that anymore. Like, I normally wouldn't have a problem with it, but once he slicks his hair back and puts on the glasses, I like that better than this version of him. You know? And that stupid hat. Like, there's nothing wrong with his hair. But there's just something about it I'm just not digging. And then when he slicks it back, it's like, okay, I'm here for that. Yeah. Even if he was still wearing, like, the jumpsuit. Like, okay, it's just, I don't know what it is. There's just something about this hair on him that doesn't work for me. Like, I don't know. You know, it's kind of like Shion is gorgeous. Like, if we could just get rid of those jellyfish tendrils, we'll be fine. Like, you know what I mean? They're slightly distracting, but you can get over them because you're like, no, I like Shion. He's really pretty. The hair is stupid, but, like, what the hell, you know? I don't know what it is. I mean, it's like, but see, when he does that, it's like, yeah, no, I'm here for that. I don't know. It's also the glasses. Fucking nerd with your PowerPoint. And he seemed like such a douchehole. You're like, no, I hate you. You suck. What the fuck? You're hot, but you suck. Shouldn't he let Ichiya know? If he truly regretted what happened, shouldn't he let Ichiya know as much? Haven't you told that to Ichiya yet? No. Even if I did, I doubt he'd believe me. Kazu shook his head, slowly. Things have been like this for too long. Words alone won't patch things up. Oh. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't disappointed, but I did understand where he was coming from. Ichiya's heart was crisscrossed with deep wounds. A simple conversation or two couldn't heal that. Oh, couldn't heal that kind of damage. I knew that all too well. Yeah. I'm concerned about the bad ending. God. Like, is Ichiya gonna actually throw himself off the cliff? Like, I'm concerned. Well, we're gonna do a lot of skipping because oh, well, the bad ending splits off after the compromise chapter. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Okay. Boop, 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 doo, 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 doo. And this is where we started the prior one, right here, an attempted marriage fraud. We had to skip through the whole game to get here, but that's okay. Because at least there's only like one bad ending, so you don't have to like skip through. Well, I mean, even if there were multiple, you would just probably start where you were and then skip through and then like, you know what I mean? It would have been like, no, go choose the right answer at that one spot and then come back, you know, whatever. Whoops, I just hit the wrong button. There we go, since we already did that the last time. Okay. I'm sorry. Woo! Well. We managed Ichiya's route. Woo woo! Oh god. I got nothing to say. I'm just waiting for this bad ending, man. Because like the updates, you gotta read the bad ending. We're not gonna do the after story, right? We're not gonna do that until the end of the game. I have a note written down for myself that we have to do the after stories for Taiga Ichiya, and then if there's one after the finale, because we already did the others. So that's good. I I had to write it down because I'll forget. I'll be like, where were we? And then I'll go through like Shion or Nayuta's again and be like, why does this really feel like a god, like it's the duplicate of a duplicate? I feel like I've read this 3 times. You know what I mean? All right, so here we go, the compromise. We'll get the split off after this. And then we do our marriage ending. Think what you will. I technically don't need your approval anyway. What? Seemingly unaffected by our indignant glares, Kazu pulled a device of some sort out of his suit pocket and hit a few buttons on it. Then, Kazu, the proposal you showed me that outlines how a partnership between the Shinzaki group and the Tojo family would be very fruitful. It's a wonderful idea. I truly believe that. Hearing my own voice echo through the room felt like getting ice-cold water splashed in my face. Yeah, taken out of context! What the fuck?! This is the bad ending where we have to marry Kazuya, and we don't get Ichi as a lover. Well, shit. Things have escalated. That was from yesterday! A small voice recorder sat in Kazu's palm. He'd recorded our entire meeting yesterday. Not only that, he'd conveniently erased the context surrounding my statement, making it sound like I'd said something completely different. Tell me, what do you think other people in your family's business circles will think when they hear this? Though I admit it's too late to consider that. Don't tell me you... Yep, I did. See, I don't have the time to deal with your indecision. I've sent that statement to the media as proof that you've accepted my marriage proposal. Wow. Okay, listen. In the good ending and then the normal ending, Kazuya actually has some redeemable qualities. But like right now, you haven't even gotten to that point. You are you are on the highway of douchebaggery, and at least in the other routes you got off an exit and went, you know what, I'm gonna stop being a douche and I'm actually gonna go redeem myself down here. Good for you. But no, you're full speed ahead. You're just flying past all the exits and you're just being a raging fucking cunt, aren't you? What the fuck? Man, I hate him again. Shit. Kazu smiled. He didn't have to say that it would be all over the news tomorrow. My mind went blank. Kazuya! Sound drifted away as a rush of blood echoed in my ears. I had the impression that Ichio was shouting. He might have leapt at Kazu too. But all of that information flowed into my brain and slid right out. Just had my one tiny dream crushed. Just as Kazu had planned, the two of us were engaged. Christmas came, and with it our big Christmas party. Oh, look how we look like sad Ichia now. I have to laugh because this breaks my heart, but like, look, we look like Ichia now. Oh. Please allow me to introduce Spacey Tojo, my fiancé. A hand pressed gently at my spine, and I bowed mechanically. I was long accustomed to quietly playing out the roles expected of me. Every eye in the crowd was glued to us. I stood next to him, expressionless, as he continued. With my marriage to her, the bonds between the Tojo family and the Shinzaki group will tighten further. I have high expectations for all the profitable business ventures that await us in the future. I'm also lucky to have the privilege of marrying such a wonderful woman, too, of course. I'm sure our married life will be long and happy. Yeah, until I throw myself off a cliff with Ichia. We're both still young and inexperienced. I hope you'll all generously offer us your blessings and encouragement. Thank you very much. You're not that young, sweetie. You're pushing 30, I'm just saying. You're almost dead in anime terms. I'm just saying. You're very close to being super fucking old. Okay? And then as soon as you hit 40, you're basically fucking dead. You're the ancient one who knows all. Oh my god, you're the ancient one. I'm 42. Old woman! Man! I'm 37! It's a Monty Python sketch. That was literally a Monty Python sketch, but I'm just saying. A publicly acknowledged marriage. Plentiful, empty blessings. Not a single person in the entire hall cared one whit about how I really felt. The only important thing to them was that the Tojo family and Shinzaki group were now bound by blood. That's all. At least, I did exactly what I was supposed to do as the Tojo family heir. But aside from that, a happy marriage, a full, meaningful life, any faint hope I may have had for either was now gone. It was done. Aww. Is that just how it ends? Oh, it just, like, so ends. Just like that. Aw, it's called Broken Dreams. Oh. Okay, well, actually, was the... Oh, no, wait, hold on. 90... No, that's Ichia's... Nayuta's one, so this must be... Yeah, okay, sudden proposal. Okay, it was way back up here. It was the actual first save spot. I can never remember. Okay. Call for Kasuga. Call for Kasuga! I just want to do that. Take the red rose, I'm assuming. Yes. Take the red rose. Struck by a pang of curiosity, I took the red rose. This rose, what a lovely shade of red. Spacey. Oh my god! I mean, they're getting married! Miss Jojo she's engaged! Yeah, Miss Spacey! I wish you nothing but the best. What? I snapped back to reality, but it was too late. Bro, I can't believe it. Right off the bat, huh? How unfortunate, but I suppose that's that. Ah, darn it! It wasn't supposed to go this way! I just snapped my I just smacked my controller and, like, snapped the frickin' case off it. Excuse me, wait a minute. Thank you. Thank you so much. I knew that we were destined to be together. Huh? I swear that I'll make you the happiest bride in the world, honey bunch. I love you. Wait, what? What in the world is going on? Samuki? Spacey. Oh, I do so hope you'll invite me to the wedding. Ah! We knew each other for 5 whole seconds and he proposed. I accepted, and we were promptly engaged. And then... I always love the frickin' look on her face. Several years later, I became his bride. Surrounded by a flurry of flower petals, applause, and well wishes, I mumbled to myself, how did this even happen? Mary and One, the Graveyard of Life. Ichiya version. I wonder if are they all titled The Graveyard of Life? I don't remember, but anyway, that was fun. Did you have a good time? Okay. I don't think we got too many new... Those were all the ones we had the last time. Actually, I think this is the only new one, right? Yeah, because these are all... So this is the only new one that we got. Because the other ones, I'm assuming, might come up in the... We didn't do the Taiga one. Yeah, because this is probably like a very NCG. These were the ones in the... the after story. So you get 3 in the after story technically, and then you get a probably an NCG for the game NCG, you know, the final, like, thanks for playing type of thing. There you go. Look at his devious little face. I like it. Okay, so that was Ichiya's route. I hope you enjoyed that. Updates. So, you've probably already seen at this point, possibly. I do not know how this is going to go. So normally we would, after this, not tomorrow, but the day after, we would be recording, we would put up the finale route. That's where we would start. But because I have a very limited time between where I am today, not for you, today, me recording me in the past, and like when I can, like from now to when I can't record for 2 weeks because I have doctor's appointments, my mother is coming, we have to go away for my niece's engagement party for a weekend, and then my mother's going to be here for like the week after that because we're having furniture delivered that was my grandfather's from the storage unit and whatever. So my mom's going to be here for like a week and a half or so, right? So there's basically about 2 weeks I can't record because I'm not 100% sure if she's coming up like the Tuesday before my neurologist appointment or if she's coming up that Wednesday. And like, I don't know exactly what day she's going to get here. So I can't bank on being able to record basically. And now by the time this posts, this is supposed to, I think, post the end of October. This is like, I think the 29th. It should be. Okay, I know what you're saying. It might not be, but right now, current me, is like, this is supposed to post the 29th of October. I don't know how it's going to go because I've only gotten to this point and now I only have like 2 weeks and I still have to record a route for the other game that I'm almost behind on. I'm just getting, with everything happening, things have gotten a little bit behind, which would be fine. I could normally keep up, like, okay, I'm not as far ahead as I want to be, but I got 2 weeks from like October 10th through the freaking 24th, basically, that I can't fucking record. And the 24th is my birthday, and I don't know if my mother's staying for my birthday or not. I know she wants to, but I'm like, look, you don't have to. It's just my birthday. Like, it's sad to say that, and I know my mom wants to stay because my mom is going to be but you're all alone. It's like, yeah, but I'm also old and like birthday. Look, if you are the type of person who gets very excited about your birthday and loves your birthday and it's like a fucking event, don't lose that. Hold on to that. Don't let people take that away from you. Because there's at some point where all of a sudden life's going to slap you in the face and you're going to be like, yeah, whatever. It's just another fucking year closer to me dropping dead. And my fucking body's going to start hurting even more because like, I'm so fucking old. I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, it just starts catching up and you start having fun with it. Okay? And like, I haven't really given a crap about my birthday in a long time, which is just sad. But it's also like, it's just my birthday. Like, I mean, like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's been a while since I've really been like, woohoo! It's like, I mean, except for, if my mom stays, it's like, well, I might be able to get a bun cake from Nothing Bun Cakes for freebies. And you know what? That's something to look forward to. But anyway, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with my doctor's appointments. I don't know what's going to happen with my mom being here. So there's basically like 2 weeks from the 10th through the 24th that I can't record. Okay? I'm not going to be able to do anything for 2 weeks. I'm trying to get as far ahead as I can, but here we are. This is a part that should go up on October 29th. You'll be able to tell at this point which way this is going to go. Because it's going to go most likely one of two ways. Okay, the best possible scenario is you'll not see a break at all. So when you come in, not tomorrow, but the next day, which I guess Halloween, technically, right? This was the 29th. Well, whatever. And you'll see the next part and it'll be like, woo! And that's the best case scenario. But because I don't like leaving you guys, now if this is your first game, you don't know how this normally goes, but if you've been around for a while, you know how this goes. I like to give you a full route. I don't want to stop in the middle of a route. If I'm busy, if I'm doing something, I've kind of made the commitment to you guys and to myself here, at least on the channel, that if I have to take a break, I'm not going to leave you hanging in the middle of a route. Like, we're not going to be halfway through that route and then you got to wait a week to figure out what's happening. I'm going to take that break at the end. So here's the thing. If you don't see variable barricade going up when it's supposed to go up, it's because I couldn't get to record anymore. And I needed to take a couple of days, and it'll probably be like a couple of days to a week before it comes back. Okay? All right? Or my other option, what I might do is kind of drag this one out a little bit, and which you'll have already known by the time you get here. You'll be like, what the hell's going on? And it'll take God knows how long till you get here, and I've given you the update. So I know if we've done this other route, this other option, basically, it's behind in me telling you what's going on, but now I'm going to explain what happened. It would be that instead of posting this up every other day, like, okay, it goes up Monday, and then Wednesday, and then Thursday, it would be like I put it up Monday, and then maybe we skip Wednesday, and then maybe we skip, and then it's up on Thursday, or Friday, you know what I mean? So we might kind of space this one out a little bit longer, just so it takes a little bit longer to post. It really just depends what I'm feeling when I go to post it, because I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's like I'm like a month out. Like, it's the end of September, but there's no way I can record another route for this when I still have another game that we have to play, and that one is only like a week out. Like, I'm really behind on getting to that one. So if you've seen variation, and I'm probably not going to on our other game kind of push that one, where like, okay, this one goes up Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and that one goes up Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and then nothing on Sunday. I would just be kind of skipping a day here and there on this one. You know what I mean? So it would go up, instead of day 1, day 3, day 5, it would go up day 1, and then maybe day 5. So there's going to be more of a break in between them. I don't want to do that just because then it would be like, say this one part goes up Monday and then you don't see it again until Friday. You're going to be like, what the fuck is happening? So what I'm probably most likely going to do, this will still be going up on the 29th, and there will just be possibly a break for a week or so with no variable barricade going up at all. So every other day where it would go up would just be blank. And that's only because I need to be able to get in and record, and I'm going to be able to come back maybe on the 25th or 26th and start, and then... which, I mean, I might be able to do, because, like, okay, cool, I get in on the 25th, and I got a couple of days to record a couple parts that start going up. It might be fine. I'm just warning you in case it's not. In case you don't see something going up, it's because shit got real. I had 2 weeks I couldn't record, and that's just what happened. And I don't like doing that, but, again, like, I wasn't really also expecting that my brain was gonna fucking malfunction on me and just throw me through a loop and drive me fucking crazy for the last couple of months. And, you know, so, yeah. And unless I go to the doctors and everything's, nah, it's just simple and whatever. I mean, who the fuck knows what's going to happen right now? I don't know if it's going to be something simple and easy to fix, or maybe it is just the vitamin D and okay, cool, now you're on vitamin and everything will be okay. Or if it's like, shit's going to get real and it's going to get worse. So this is at least the precursor to right now. If we have to skip a little bit, it could get so much worse. So I guess, but yeah, I just wanted to let you know that, in case, again, for some reason you don't see the finale route starting when it's supposed to, that's most likely the route that we're going to go down. If you see it going up when it's supposed to, then hey, nothing happened! I managed to get shit done! But, you know, I just wanted a fair warning, because, you know, unfortunately it's just a timing issue, and, you know, I was really going to try, but it's like, it's already going to be very hard in the next week or two to record as much as I need to for the other game, because sometimes I'm just not as motivated. Like, I just need to take a break. Like, I'm just not feeling right, especially lately. And trying to push and get like 30 parts recorded between the two games is like, I can't do that in 2 weeks. There was a time where I could sit down on a Friday night and record for 5 hours. I can't do that anymore. I'm getting old, and my brain also doesn't function properly lately, so, you know. But anyway, yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Most likely the second scenario of me just spreading this one out into November is probably not going to happen, just because I feel like that would just be way too fucking weird. But just in case that did happen, now you know why. A little late. But I'm also too damn lazy to make another freaking update video because, like, shit, I ain't got time for that. I gotta get all these games done. So, like, what do you want? Did you want an update at the time? Did you want an update late? Did you want the games? I don't know. Pick one. So, probably, if there's anything, it would be a gap at the end. But yeah, so. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this. I will see you next time, whenever that might be. Might be a little bit late, might be on time. Who the hell knows? You'll know sooner than I will, because you'll be watching that part. I mean, it's going to be weeks before I record it. Actually, by the time I get to record, this will only be a couple days out. We'll be, like, right on time, instead of, like, hey, I'm weeks in advance, so how's it like, what's it like in October? How's October for you? Because I don't know how it's going to be for me, let me tell you. September has been a bitch. Anyway, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.